afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. This is Miss Aunty Sochelle here in the beautiful Lake Vancouver area of Vancouver, Washington, which is in the United States, which is America, which used to be America. We have no idea what it's going to be by the time this is. Trump might have changed it to Trumpvania. We don't know. Trumpsylvania. That's what I think of it.
Oh, oh,
But today we are meeting one of my favorite people on the planet because I have been a fan of his for, let's say, 3 video games at least. And, and Alma's not normal. So I actually have seen you do stuff other than video games. And when
nice.
you weren't a bear. So although I have seen bear pictures that I probably will have to see therapists over. So
It has been known.
So, Mr. Dave Jones, who is
Hello.
English.
Yes. How are you doing? You all right?
I'm doing wicked good.
Good.
How are you?
Not bad. Not bad. It's been a hectic week, and it's only Monday, so yeah.
You were in recording world. This is St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, it is. I've got some slightly green lighting as well. So yeah, it's just getting into the flow of it. Yeah.
I'll just start feeling sick and I'll turn green, so it'll all work out.
Perfect.
Have I drunk enough? No, but the day's young here. It's only noon here.
Oh, you got plenty of time to catch up with me. Then I'm already like 7 hours in.
What is it you're sipping there? What is that?
No, that's just Tropical Crush. It's a Lilt ripoff because we don't get to have Lilt anymore in the UK. It's yeah, they got rid of that last year. Boo. And I loved that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make do with this instead.
It's not part of the Brexit issue. They didn't take away your favorite.
No, it's just Coke being ourselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to be bored in this entire. This is going to be the goofiest interview you've ever had because there are things that I'm going to be showing you. Oh my goodness! Hopefully,
Oh, excellent.
I'm so excited, and I'm trying to get everything to come up while we're doing this.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Neither can I. Let's hope it works. Otherwise, I'll be sending you everything by phone and doing this with my little. This, whatever. Welcome to my world. It's just like one big dog poop after another. So I understand you did not start out as an actor.
No. I was in financial risk. So yeah, that's as dull as it sounds. So basically, I was part of a team that if you apply for a loan, bank account, credit card, mortgage, I was part of the team that coded the strategies and the policies into the application systems that made the computer say no or yes, as the case may be. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
My dog did not like that field of study.
No, evidently not. No, and I would be honestly, I was barking at the end of it as well. So yeah, that's why I invested and divested. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. So were you
Yeah.
smart about money then?
Oh God, no.
Oh.
No, God, no. I've never been unfortunately smart with money. Otherwise, I'd have started a pension 20 years ago. So yeah, it's my 401k is probably like a 190k instead. So
I've raced that race. I only do 12K. That okay. So what made you even go into that field?
Well, I did like amateur dramatics when I was like in late teens, very early 20s, and basically, unfortunately, I got a job that was 1 till 9, so 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 9 in the evening, Monday to Saturday, which basically wasn't conducive to like doing rehearsals and stuff like that, or even putting a play on. Yeah, so unfortunately, that just like fell by the wayside. And so, yeah, I needed the job more than the extracurricular activities.
Try to be one of those.
And so basically, you're talking like 15 years on. I was behind the scenes instead of so originally I was on the phones selling loans.
Know everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was originally selling loans to people, just like outbound as well, which was horrendous. So like ringing them up while they're in the middle of watching EastEnders, trying to get them like to like make some like 5 grand investment in like home improvements. It's not great. And so I like went behind the scenes. Sorry, go on.
You didn't make a lot of friends that way, I'm guessing.
No, God, no. It's like, yeah, it's like, hi, Dave Jones, Bank of Scotland. Have you got 3 minutes? No. It's like, Christ, next. And it's horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So I went back. I went into like loans risk. So that was, and basically I was in an office on the 3rd floor of this office, and there was no windows. And so, yeah, basically like did like a year there. It was a little bit like Severance, but without the fun.
Oh.
And we we did this psychological evaluation test, the Myers-Briggs test, that like
MOUSE, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly it. You got 12 or like 16 different pots that you could be in. And I did it right at the start, and it was like I was ENTJ. So the E was like it could either be E or I. So E extra, yeah, extrovert, introvert. That's it. Yeah, and I was heavily E at that start. So like right at the start of that. 3 years, 4 years down the line in this same job, I just thought, I'm going to take it again. See, it can't have changed that much. And I was heavily introvert. Heavily introvert. I just swung completely the opposite way. And I thought, right, I've got to try and get a little bit more creative. I've got to like have some outlet for it all. And so I started looking around, but still like within the job. They had Halifax adverts on TV. And so they were replacing the guy who normally did it. And so I applied to like I applied for that. It was you've got to be able to sing, you got to be able to dance. And so basically, I auditioned, got back that we got down to like the last like 10. We were shipped down to London. We had the guy giving us training in the morning for the singing, and in the afternoon, sorry,
like K-pop.
Yes. And in the afternoon, it was like doing the dancing, and I was all right at the singing. I'm not about that. My pipes are all right. Yeah. Dancing, not too bad.
With a name like Dave Jones, you would have to be, because you got David Bowie, you've got Davy Jones. You would have to.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. And well, David Jones as well, heavily Welsh. So like we've got the male voice choir sort of influence as well. Put the dancing and the singing together, absolute car crash. So yeah, it was a great lot of fun to actually do it. And then we managed to do the. I was part of the next lot of Halifax adverts as well, where we had a big community choir. There was like 110, 120 of us, and we did these TV adverts. and you can still see me in them if you like search for like Halifax like choir and stuff like that. You'll see me there, and yeah, we it was absolutely amazing experience because we when we were recording the songs for it, we were in Abbey Road.
Oh
The
my dog.
the actual Abbey Road and the actual number two studio where you've got like the piano from
Was John Lennon
I,
playing?
honestly, it's just Lady Madonna, the Lady Madonna piano, with a big sign there saying "Do not touch." Um,
You can't
and
have them.
and honestly, it was an amazing experience, and so that like kind of gradually brought me out of it. And then after that, we were doing an email marketing campaign on loans, and we were sent down to London to do media training. And so in the morning we had the TV presenter training, and in the afternoon we did the voice training on the radio adverts. And in the for the radio ad stuff, the guy doing the training said, "You know what? You're not actually that bad at this. Just in a few months, when all this is blown over, here's my card, and yeah, we'll have a chat." And I never got back in touch.
A
They
big
gave
open
us the
door.
sorry.
That was a big open door.
Yes, it was. It really was as well. And but they gave us the USB stick with the TV takes and the radio takes. I put one of the better of the radio takes on this pay to play site for voice actors.
Uh-huh.
And this training company said, "Can you do the induction for this like quite a big company over here, the AA, which is like it's like a car recovery
Out here, it's
kind of."
Alcoholics Anonymous, so
Yeah, well, we've got that here as
feel
well.
out here too. Yeah.
Yeah, but when instead of like driving to like get cars to like get back on the road, just
You're like
getting
it's like
yeah,
AAA out here. Yeah, AA.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah.
Excellent. Okay, no, that makes more sense. Instead of like driving around to a like curbside just to like revive someone from having 10 pints. Yeah. um. So yeah, we didn't have any. This was like 7, 8 years ago, and I said that I just didn't know how much to charge. There was no rate cards back then online.
Isn't that amazing?
Um.
See, that's just so bizarre that like
Yeah.
nobody knows how to what's fair for your services. What's fair?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so I just said, yeah, this. And honestly, they could have absolutely mugged me off. But to her absolute credit, she came back and said, "No, I think you mean this." It's
Oh,
like, oh,
there's
oh,
zeros
oh,
at the
okay,
other
yeah,
side of it.
yeah, yeah. And so I was working with them for like a good few years, and basically because I was doing the banking job, the 9 to 5, I was doing this after that. So basically, anything that I was making from the voice stuff, I was putting back in to do
More
the
voice.
training, the software, the hardware, but mainly voice training. And because there was thankfully just at that time as well, Nick Redman, voice coach. She's absolutely amazing in the UK.
We'll put her link
Um,
below.
yeah, yeah, and because uh, they were starting out at the same time, and so basically, like, I was one of her first clients, and we basically just like rose together in the in this in our respective industries, and yeah, she's
Sounds
a rock star.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
cool. So you guys actually just kind of joined that mountain together. That's awesome.
yeah, 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 and she's going from strength to strength. I absolutely love her to bits.
And when
Yeah,
you have somebody supporting you and saying, you're good at this, let's help you out, let's make this happen. And if I
yeah,
get something out of it too, that's all right. But I'm gonna help you.
yeah.
sit back and just let it happen. I mean,
Yeah.
I can see you as a cash cow. Yeah. No. We actually have a fellow named Mark Cashman who's going to be talking to us, and are you familiar with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Mark is a teacher, and he casts people. So that's kind of cool to hear. He's also one of these people that like, oh, I heard this guy, and I thought,
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
I love stories like that. That makes me happy. So, cool. So now, were you a gamer before you were an actor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guessing not The Sims.
Yeah. Well, my dad, when I was, I think 10, brought home this Spectrum 48K Sinclair Spectrum, and basically from then on, I was just hooked. I was just like playing video games most days.
And it wasn't just Pong.
No, God, no, no.
Those were my years.
Well, I used to like go down to me nans, and my aunties were there, and every weekend I used to like pack up my computer in like this like little briefcase, and in this other little briefcase I had like about 60 cassette tapes. Basically, so I like used to rock up there every weekend to like sleep over,
Nice.
and just have this like this just system here that like were in me, and ever since then I can't actually like leave the house without taking something with me. It's just in my head now that I've got to have some sort of like gadget or gizmo on me at all times. It's like that's really weird. Just like, and thank God for mobile phones. Sorry.
I still have an iPod. I still listen to my iPod. Well, you know.
Yeah. Oh God, that was an absolute blessing. And yeah, I had an iPod Nano, and it was like, really, really tiny bugger, and yeah, just like loading up episodes of Battlestar Galactica on like just watching it and like, okay, it's
If you're
amazing.
familiar with Babylon 5, we talked to Claudia Christian not too long ago, and
Oh,
she's
nice.
wonderful. Yeah, so
Oh, amazing.
she's writing books. I'm gonna get her on the show. She's wonderful.
Oh, fabulous.
We did
Excellent. That'd be
Renaissance
really
fairs
good.
together. So when I was a sword fighter for the Renaissance fairs about 6 million years before you were born.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, she has many stories that we cannot tell. So I said to say she turned out all right. So,
Yes, definitely.
I also have little Wheaton stories from the Renaissance Fair, which also I cannot tell in public, but maybe
Honestly,
I'll tell you some. Yeah,
we need to talk about those.
those are fun.
Definitely.
Those are perfect. Anne Wheaton's his wife. I should chat with her about some of these. So you were just a geek from day one. You had no choice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, but I was quite late into the console wars though, because I went from the Spectrum. I sideswiped. Well, like drove around the Commodore. All my mates had Commodore 64s.
I didn't.
It was why I ought and. But I got an Amiga instead. I basically like
500 or 2500. Which one? 2000.
5.
Yes. I also had this.
Hey, nice. And it's still in the loft. It's still in the loft. It's amazing. And from
that art machine, you could do all the editing you wanted, all the animation you wanted. It was brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah. All the discs from these guys who did demos of all the you used to have like kings of the demo
discs.
Yeah, absolutely. But my favorite and basically like one of the most formative games for me is Monkey Island. And that was me and my mates used to like go home at lunch at secondary school, and play just for like 40 minutes. Monkey Island and then go
Oh,
back to school and just try and get like just who doesn't like a rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle? It's
I have a rubber chicken in the other room just because of that
nice.
game. Yeah. Really
Amazing.
small planet.
Yes. And so yeah, but it wasn't until I was doing work at the bank, and I was at my mum's, and I saw one of her neighbours washing his car, and I just what what's that there? That doesn't look normal. It's a PS2. What's that? What's that doing on the drive? Getting wet while he's washing his car. I said, dude, what are you doing with that? He said, no, it's broken, mate. Don't worry about that. I said, what, is it? If I can fix it, can I have it? Yeah, you won't be able to fix it though. It's just absolutely knackered. Well, it's not getting better, just like being soaked. So yeah, I took it home, dried it off, and basically the laser was slightly off. All it was a slight tweak with a Phillips screwdriver. Absolutely fine. Yep, and that's it. So it was that was me on the road into the PlayStation era, and basically from that point on, I've had practically all the different consoles as well. So yeah, I am a proper gamer in that respect. Yeah.
I only have a 4 and a 5, but I used to have a Wii and a 360. And my husband's gadget boy, he puts together old Game Boys.
Oh, nice.
And so if you ever need a handheld, let him know. He probably will have one
Hey.
from the 1841.
Well, my daughters had the DSs and the 3DS.
You're a good dad.
They were amazing. They were so good. But the only trouble was the hinge. The hinge for the cat always kept breaking, constantly breaking. The number of cases I bought to basically swap out, I could do it blindfolded, but it was amazing. It was an
Sit
absolute
there in the back room just going, okay, we got this gadget. Let's do this thingamabobber. Okay, we got it.
yeah. It was
Thermal paste, all
terrible.
done.
But yeah, and they absolutely adored the DSs.
How cool of a dad are you that that's what you got on? Come
What? Yeah.
on. Come on.
Well, they loved the brain training and the Nintendogs and stuff like that. It was quite. It. There was like. It was good for them as well. So yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
that's a good reason. Yeah, that's a good excuse for
Yeah.
life. Yeah, it's good for them.
Yeah.
I won't use
And
it when they're gone to college. No.
yeah.
So how did you get sucked into doing video? Like I just have been playing where you're it's kind of like the storybook, the Astrogalaster.
Astrologaster.
Alagaster.
Yep.
I knew I'd never say that right.
It's not the most intuitive of words when you look at it.
Oh, the Astroglideaster, which is wrong.
Honestly, there's no wrong way of saying it. So yeah.
But I was playing with that all weekend long, going, "Oh, it's a 3D pop-up book, and it's a story, and I'm learning something. And look at this, is stars. It's so pretty."
And the amazing liturgical choristry as well from the sing.
Oh, now were you singing too, or no? Just doing Simon.
Oh no, that's definitely not me. That was a proper madrigal quartet.
When they sing, they do the. No.
Oh yes,
I love them.
it's and that game is so good. Um,
It's smart. It's so smart. It just made me feel smarter playing it. Oh, I now know how to check my vapors.
yes, and the four. Yeah, the four humors. That's it.
Yeah, for humans.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, dark bile. Terrible. there was
I got
something
my dog out last night. Yeah.
yeah, there was some truly terrible things that he did, and but yeah, he got away with a lot of stuff,
And he
and
Canterbury Gosh Bishop to make him a doctor. That was
yeah,
smart.
and I was amazed that he had this amazing way with the ladies as well. I mean, really, dude. I
The
mean,
married ones too.
yeah, and he was punching well above his weight. Absolutely, he wasn't a looker. No. Um,
Something I also can relate to. I understand. I've upgraded 4 different times, so you know. So, I had a buy one get one free wedding cake coupon when I was 19. I used that until it expired 25 years later. So
oh,
it's good when your guest snorts their soda out their noses. That's when you know you've done well. That's my goal in life.
there you go. Achievement unlocked.
That's right. Yeah, I gotta get that trophy. Trophy with that big, that would be a big nose with a snort coming out of it. But how did you go from 3D storybook? I'm making it look like a shell thing. Astrologaster. From Mastodam. I don't know what that means. So how did you go from that to being in Baldurs? Which is like a
Well,
giant leap to Happyville.
well, basically, it was like there was quite a long. I definitely played the long game. When I did the training, it was definitely. I wanted to make sure that I got my ducks in a row. Which, well, hey,
You like ducks.
Ducks. I like ducks. Yeah. But basically, wanted to make sure I got them all in a row because I saw that I needed the training to make sure I was good enough to then get a reel, both
proper gaming reel or proper
proper voice reels. So there was like gaming, animation, corporate, and commercial.
Nice.
And so I made sure that I was ideally at a level that wouldn't be terrible. And so I did the gaming reel with Kirsty Gilmore. And she's an absolutely amazing sound designer, casting director, actor. She the whole gamut. She's incredible. And at the time she was producing voice reels for voice actors. So she'd like get you in, you collaborate on the scripts, you go away, work on them, come back, record it all. And she'd give you this expert direction. She'd then go away, all the sound files, make it sound fabulous. And so yeah, that's the voice reel I had for a good. Well, it's basically I've still got it. And ideally, I probably would have like changed it 2 or 3 years ago, but thankfully I've actually like got enough. Like game footage out there that I can actually use. I've got a demo through that as well now.
Excellent.
But I did. There was a. It's very weird saying there was a thing called the voiceover network. It only it closed down last month. Yeah, it's gutting, absolutely gutting. The voiceover network was essentially that's what it was. It was a network for voice actors. Yeah, voiceover. I
didn't realize they had shut down.
Yeah, it's gutting. Basically, it was a lot of work to like carry on, and that coupled with ill health basically forced the closure. It was absolutely gutting. The voiceover network had a Facebook group, and basically on that Facebook group there was the audition for Astrologaster.
Nice.
And
Don't know where
so
you can find auditions, people. I'll tell you that.
yeah, it's based and that was only through a couple of the people on there, Richard Reed and Natalie Winter. They went to EGX, one of the big gaming expos that we have in the UK, and they've got a great indie section there. And Jennifer Schneiderite from Yam Yam Games, they had a word with her and basically like said, yeah, this is a great game, but it would be even better voiced, because originally it was just words on the screen.
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah, and
oh,
so
full and now with the voice, it's good.
yeah, and that's that. Basically, Natalie Winter and Richard Reed managed to persuade Jennifer to well, basically hire a sound company in order to do the casting. Well, no, sorry, not so much the casting, but basically direct and make sure all the sound design was great for it. And that was Sound Cuts, headed by Adele Cut.
Do the singing as well?
I think that was also mentioned. I'm not entirely sure how that came about. That was more than likely that's Catherine Neal, who also wrote it as well. Basically, yeah, it all like kind of like melded together into like this great comedy pot. And Adele Cutting, basically, I'd been wanting to do workshops in VoiceOver Network with. There were a couple of like days or events with VoiceOver Network called Get Your Game On. Absolutely great. You had like these rock stars of the voice, the side of things. Like Dave Fennoy, Lee Everett in the Walking Dead. So, oh my God, such a great voice. And so, yeah, I wanted to like, but every time I tried to like get onto these workshops, they were booked already, and I was like waiting list. I never managed to get a workshop with her. And then ridiculously bagged the lead in Astrologaster, and lo and behold, Adele was directing. And so yeah, yeah, it's just like, oh my God, excellent. Because like Adele's like BAFTA winning like voice director as well. It's like she's
cool.
Absolutely incredible.
A lot of really good women in game voice.
Absolutely, absolutely
powerful.
Yeah, and so like 13 4-hour sessions with her in this very booth, because everything was like done from home. This was like before COVID as well. So yeah, we were well versed in being able to like do jobs like from home, thankfully. And so yeah, I did that. From that, Adele knew what I was like, kind of like capable of, and so did a casting for Planet Zoo, and that's basically I managed to get that as well, and again be directed by Adele. It was again really both of those parts were incredibly fun, because basically it's comedy. I love comedy. I was like, again,
you seem like you'd never laugh. I don't understand.
Yeah, just constantly, it's sullen face. Yeah, that's like Dave. Yeah, Dave Mopey Jones. That's me. And
that on a shirt, you know, because you get the shirt out of this, and we're gonna put Dave Mopey Jones as your name on the shirt. The Mopesta.
yeah, just droopy. So
You're.
yeah. And so basically that I started that was the start of gaining slightly more traction. But then Baldur's Gate came around, and because she knew what I was capable of from my voice reel. Kirsty Gilmore was the casting director on Baldur's Gate,
Mhm.
and so she got in touch saying, "Can you do this this audition for Halsin, or as it was at the time, purely for the audition, Galfin."
Okay.
Um, yeah,
I already had the name of the character, but yeah, I know how it goes.
yeah, yeah.
NDA and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, because basically it wasn't just Halsin that I was going to be working on. There'd be like two, three, four other roles as well alongside that. That I'd be doing.
And
Yeah, yeah. Basically, the ogres, goblins.
Goblin Goblins and Bears. Oh my.
Yeah, yeah. Dwaegars as well. With Irish accents. Yay, March 17th. And so.
Perfect. Worked so well. The theme.
And so yeah, that basically I sent the audition off, and this was different to any other like audition I'd done as well, seeing as though all auditions I just like speaking to this and just send off. But no, this was like a video audition, because basically it was mocap, so they needed to see how I'd be able to physically perform Halsin as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, like, oh, can you just send us a video from the knees up? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Normal, yeah, yeah. That's how I normally frame myself.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially boyfriend, I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Would you like my belly button in or out? I can do that.
But I didn't
turn me around. What?
I didn't realize that I had to be still for this. So I was like
Because
moving
they have it
around.
in a free pose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't realize that I had to be still. And so Kirsty came back and said, right, that what you did was great, but could you do it just stay where you are?
Stop acting.
Yeah, but in that, because like she came back and said, "Can you just like do it again but stay still?" That was like, ooh, that's promising.
Yeah, I'm Italian, so that would be at the end of the show for me. Don't think so.
It wasn't a no. It
No.
wasn't a no.
That's excellent. So you had to
Yeah.
walk in. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, excuse me, and that was just as the pandemic was like really getting underway as well. Because yeah, you can see me on my audition tape that I've got dark blue hair. Because yeah, it's not like I was like going down to the shops or anything like that. I'm not going to be seen
Why
apart from I'm not going to be seen apart from by the heads of Larian. It's like, oh great,
and
cool.
look at this.
Yeah, yeah, great. In a Goonies t-shirt.
Happy anniversary, Goonies.
Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, that was basically the foray into Baldur's Gate, which was
They looked at you and said, "There's
nuts.
nobody else that could turn into a bear better than this guy."
Well, they saw me turn into a bear the first time, and thought, yeah, all right, okay, he can probably do that. I remember, I think there was a beanbag in the room that I did it, and so like the first time I did it, I actually just leapt off screen, and so you got my like. You've got my just my legs just like coming off going out of frame, just mid-air. It's like, oh my God, what you doing, Dave?
Did you get the beanbag sound?
Oh yeah, yeah, just this like big, heavy. Great. Just
I don't know what
balls
happened
like
to him. I think he got a little ill. What happened?
yeah, just polystyrene balls, just a cloud. It looked like I was in a snow globe.
Honey, it's okay. I just had an audition. Really.
just
We're fine.
picking bits off. Because they're static buggers. They just stick to everywhere.
Yeah, and then you have them for 7 months. It's like,
yeah.
don't wear bras.
Willingly or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just blowing your nose 3 months after later. It's like, yeah.
My ear. What's it? I don't know where that came from. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. I just imagined. Of course I can imagine. I can't even imagine. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can imagine that. Definitely.
So you're going in, and what I love about I adore this game. I adore it. I'm a huge monster. Well, first of all, stop moving. First of all, I was a big Skyrim fanatic.
Excellent.
We call it Sky Crack because what are you doing? Well, we're playing Sky Crack. So I want to see you till Monday. Yeah. So and we still got married later. So and he's also a World of Warcraft player.
Nice.
He all the time. But as soon as I hit Baldurs, I was like, oh, goodbye. I'll see you in a month. How many rounds did I go through? First I play as this, then I play as that, then I can play as this person. Now I'm playing both as Gale on Stress Test, and I'm playing on Dirge. And I get to be pretty and skinny, which is something,
Nice.
But to play
we can be our...
Yeah, I can play Gale because I can pee standing up in the woods, which is nice.
How many times have you finished it?
6.
6.
But here's the honest answer to that.
Go on.
4 of those times I got right to the very end, and I'm not going to spoiler it for people who didn't bother buying it yet. You idiots, get to it now. But
spring Steam sales, 20% off.
That's right.
Come on.
That's
what are you waiting for?
Wicked pisses. You got to do it. So I'm sitting there like, okay, if I do this scene, everything stops happening, right? All right, I'm going back to the beginning. I'm back to another character. Start it all over again.
Yep.
This week I'm going to be lazy.
Yeah, and so you finished it 6 times.
Yeah.
How many times have you started it?
Oh, I started it like 9 times. Easily.
Yeah.
And I've got maybe, I think I've got 14 saves. Because the first time I started, I was a total dingleberry. I had no idea. I'm sitting going, because I hadn't really played a lot of turn-based. All my games have been like, open world, blow things up, like Mass Effect,
Fallout.
Oh yeah, Fallout 4,
yeah.
Fallout 3, the Far Cry's, and all those, all those. But I like indie games too, so I spend a lot of time doing the tests because I go to GDC and places like that.
Excellent. Yeah.
Do a lot of Comic-Cons. Now you're hearing all my and when you do Renaissance fairs, you get stuck in that world. And I was also doing voices for commercials for games, so I didn't.
Fabulous!
I wasn't in the games, but then I would take a voice, and I would have to do a job, and I would have to speak like this. And
but there's a like.
You would say, "What's wrong with you?"
But like game trailers and game commercials, they're their own little industry. So it's like
so that's what I was.
Props. That's hard. That's tough.
Well, before that, way before that, 100 years again, before games were out like this. Remember menus on DVDs?
Oh yeah.
That's what I was doing voices on.
Nice. Oh my word.
I was bumper for Disney for many years.
Oh, nice. Oh my God, that's incredible.
Those are fun. So if you see some old DVDs, you go, I wonder if that voice is that crazy girl from Boston. Yeah, probably so. It probably was.
Fabulous.
And if you walk through some amusement parks, sometimes you'll hear my voice too. It'll be like,
hey, excellent.
Left. La casa de Pipi es para la derecha.
Oh.
Whatever. Just crazy things like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. That honestly, that's like, I need to go to a theme park just for that now.
I think there's,
just for that.
I think that I did not, I hated It's a Small World so bad, but I think there was a line that I did for It's a Small World because they used to use 3/4 inch video for their audio tapes because it was a solid recording medium back
Right,
on.
yeah.
And they didn't have it on CDs yet because CDs, they hadn't been invented. And, there wasn't a guy just yelling, hey, the whole. So we had 3/4 videotape, and somebody said, "You sound like this actor. You should audition to be that voice because that thing's going." They stepped to the right, instead of. So I thought I could sound like Pepe Le Pew. Sure, I can do this.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's how I started. I started by walking into a Disney. I went to Cal Arts, which is like Disney Light, and so all these
Oh, that's
I'm an
incredible.
animation and special effects animation and stuff. I made things blow up for a living. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
in Batman 2, Alien 3, you've seen my work. So
That's incredible. Oh, that's fun. Oh, right. Okay. Right. I know the rabbit hole I'm going in when I'm like, finishing this. That's amazing. I love that.
I promised some fans that I would.
Hello, this is a message for you, Dave Jones, whom I know. Kathy put me up to this, and she begged me, on their knees rather shamelessly, I might add, with an extraordinarily large amount of cash, to say some nice things about you. And I didn't have anything on that day, so I thought, all right, say some nice things about you, about working with you, or getting to know you. You're punctual. I never saw your shoes laces untied. You know your lines. You're easy to work with, a joy to work with, in fact, some might say. You're talented. You're a nice person. And you're funny. I don't know. That's about it. I think this is enough. I think it's a lot, actually. It's a lot. All right, so good luck. Enjoy the interview. And I'll see you around. Cheers, mate. Lots of love. Bye.
So you
He's such a lovely man.
He's okay for a white guy. So, let's see who else we got on here. We got some more. Hello, first of all.
I can.
Okay, I'd like to say a big thank you for your big contribution to a game that keeps me entertained and busy for months. And one of the main reasons for this is that you could feel how much passion and love all the actors gave to their characters. I agree. I became a big Halsin fan the moment he says, "I like ducks." That was the moment when a very sincere, burdened, and controlled appearing character became very human. Oh, 3 words for a change. Awesome. I love it. There's also 2 questions that I have. Okay, so let's see if we can answer Daniela's questions here. Daniela,
Okay.
let's see if we can get them to answer them for you. Okay.
Mhm.
First one, how did you start voice acting for games? Which I think we covered a little bit.
Yeah.
Was that something you always wanted to do, or that just happened someday?
Well, again, I kind of wanted to do like voicing for video games, and again, like I said, I was doing the corporate and commercial stuff, doing like e-learning, and I knew I kind of wanted to like do character stuff, and being a big gamer, and my first voiceover event was Get Your Game On for at the Voiceover Network in 2017, with Marta Svetek as well, who's absolutely phenomenal in Five Nights at Freddy's. And so yeah, we kind of like started our journey into voices for video games on that day, and we were at Comic-Con in Birmingham, Alabama last month together. And it's like, oh my God, like it's like, look at us. It's just like, oh my God, we're like just we're just living our best lives. It's just phenomenal. It's lovely. And so yeah, it did kind of like just happen. But at the same time, um, you've got to put yourself out there. In order to finish the race, you've got to put yourself in the race to begin with. Yeah,
Even the turtle plays the race. That's good.
indeed, absolutely.
And then she further goes, and regarding Baldur's Gate, I wonder what that comes.
Yes.
If all actors had to swap their characters and it would be possible to grab any character off any other actor you like, who would it be?
Oof. I like a lot of the lines that Gail has. And again, that's a lot because of the comedy aspect as well.
Tim's very funny.
Absolutely. Oh my God, Tim's amazing. And yeah, I but I haven't really managed to or had the opportunity yet to delve into quite a dark character. So yeah, I think probably Ketherick.
Oh,
But that's yeah, that is if J.K. Simmons would allow me to wrestle it off him, and I've seen him. He's stacked. So yeah, I'd probably just.
oh, it's like muscles with a face.
He's grisly. He's like raw. Yeah, he's amazing. So yeah, but yeah, and if I could grab Ketherick, yeah, I'd probably give that a whirl.
Not rough at all.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave. Hey, that's you.
Hi.
Baldur's Gate 3 introduced me to your work, and I cannot thank you enough for giving a phenomenal voice to such a marvelous character. I heartily. Halsin is hands down my favorite character from the game, largely due to your stellar performance.
They flatter me so.
Sweet. Well, yeah, I agree with him. Her name is Ivy. You gave him incredible depth and conveyed so much emotion, even the smallest moments. You gave life to a character that exudes, 10-point word, not only strength and wisdom expected from an archdruid with centuries of life experience, but also humility and vulnerability, which are much less expected from a muscular man with the soul of a cave bear. Oh, very poetic.
Very.
I don't know where you personally stand on polyamory. Now the fun part of the letter. But seeing a character discuss and demonstrate healthy polyamorous relationships was jaw-droppingly validating and actually made me cry a bit. That kind of representation is extremely rare. Hear ya, Ivy. And you used your voice to facilitate that representation. Means so much more to me than I can convey. Hopefully one day you'll be a guest at a convention in the States, or I'll have the means to attend a convention across the pond so I can meet you and thank you in person. Until then, please know that Halsin is favored so much that of my video game tattoos, of which I now have 3, the one of Halsin was first. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for voicing a character who defies stereotypes and represents a minority within the LGBTQIA2+ community. You and Halsin by proxy are a gift to us all. Love, Ivy.
That's incredibly lovely. And yeah, it was an absolute honor to play Halsin. And yes, the character isn't he isn't me. There are elements of him that I am not. And that does not mean that I don't share the opinions of him at all.
Yeah, he's a bit of a horn dog.
Oh yeah, oh very much so, yeah.
Or your wife would be.
Yeah. I think though, that John Corcoran's writing is absolutely exquisite, and 95% of the portrayal was already done in the writing. It was just I was just a willing conduit. But
There was
saying that,
a message on the vagabonds thing where everybody was saying, "Who would you like to be hugged by the most?" And Halsin won by millions of votes.
yeah, and I've got to say, I do have a reputation of giving good hugs, which is nice in that respect, because I was blown away when the patch came that he would, when asked, hug Yatav, and that really that was very, very close to my heart. But yeah, with the polyamory, I do I I understand and appreciate there is a very small minority of people, but it doesn't in any way mean that it,
They're important.
it was I needed to get um the tone across well. I needed to make sure that it wasn't thrown away.
It was very sensitive, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. Because basically, it was there's a hell of a responsibility in that. Because again, there are extremely rare instances of relationships like this being portrayed. And so being one of the very few, there's quite a lot of responsibility in order to make sure that the tone is right, that it's not thrown away, that it's not regarded flippantly. And so yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and so there's I'm just glad that people in that community feel that it was a good representation in that respect, and so I am incredibly grateful and thankful to them for reaching out, and just I'm just glad that the representation has been, because well, representation matters, and so yeah, it's nice to hear that.
Yeah. People want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to know there's other people like them that know that they exist. And
Yeah,
one of the lines I like so much about Halson's line, the writing is so beautiful. I think I wrote about the writing for about 4 weeks before I even played the game, because I was just reading some of the scripts and stuff. But the writing is so beautiful when Halsin explains, to Tav or to whomever, hey, you do what you got to do. Your heart wants what the heart wants. I'm not going to say don't be you. I thought that was
yeah,
so beautiful. It was just, the nature of the man and the nature of the way. That was so beautiful.
yeah.
It was just well written. And you just nailed it. It was right there. Right there. Perfect.
Again, I was able to piggyback the performance on top of the stellar writing of John's. So it felt incredibly natural, basically, because you've got Halsin. He was the character was written. There was basically more of the character written in Acts 2 and 3. John was able to marry his writing to my performance as well. In that case, it was very symbiotic. There, it was a very the marriage of the performance and the writing seemed, well, it's evidently played off for quite a few people anyway.
It was everybody loved it. And again,
Yeah.
How many times have I talked to people who said, "Oh yeah, we're just keeping them, asking them to come back and kiss us again"? Okay, just a hug.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's been he was an honor to portray, and basically he's led me in places and two places that I could only dream.
I'm not going to ask you about any future games because I know you probably get NDAs out the wazoo.
No, it's more the fact that it's led me to many places around the world, because basically doing like Phoenix in a few weeks, and so yeah, there's the other cons. There's definitely other cons that have been signed in the next like few months as well. And so yeah, I'm very much looking forward. And basically, and like I said, it's doing this has been a delight because it's taken me to places like this, and I've been able to meet incredible people like yourself, and so it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm glad that the pleasure that the players have got. I'm glad for that. But my God, it's been a hell of a ride.
I'm a rock star. You've absolutely become a rock star. I've got two more fan things for you, and then I will let you have your life back.
All right, is this going to be quick? You got me out of bed for this. I've got a bridge game at 4, so let's keep it pacey. Few questions, fire away. Dave Jones, wow. Dave Jones, an absolute hero of mine. Major Tom, Spiders from Mars, 5 Year. I mean, the list goes up. Not that Dave Jones. What Dave Jones do you mean? The Monkees, lead singer of the Monkees. Again, another extraordinary, gifted, talented. Not that Dave Jones. What Dave Jones are you fucking talking about? The Locker Under the Sea? That's Dave Jones. That Dave Jones. Wow. Okay, that man's a fucking menace. Let me tell you. Wow, the stories I can tell you. You want to hear something? No, I'm not. I can't even begin. This isn't going anywhere, is it? It is? Shit, but you can just cut around that first bit. No, fucking hell. Dave Jones is a national treasure, and one we should absolutely stick on a pole outside of Buckingham Palace. A rare talent, a gift in many ways, maybe a gift you want to give back. Who knows? Any stories off the top of my head? I once saw him eat a badger off the road. That was quite something, let me tell you. I had my kids there at the time. They were very upset. They still lie awake screaming when they think of that. So that's what I think of when I think of Dave Jones. A very gifted individual, don't get me wrong, but will eat roadkill. So make of that what you will. Anyway, are we done? Because I really should get my shuffle on, as it were, because it's down at the old folks' home and they are brutal, let me tell you. All right, well, thank you for your time. Honestly, good luck with the interview. You're going to need it.
Yeah, though it's really hard to get badger blood out of a barber jacket. Honestly, it's not. It's different to other blood. It's just weird.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
I was supposed to be seeing Tim in a couple of weeks. Supposed to be a charity event, and I'm absolutely gutted because I didn't realise that I was actually flying out the morning after to go to Phoenix, and I won't be able to get there in time. So I was absolutely gutted. Loved Tim to bits, absolutely, and like you say, such a funny guy, such a funny guy. Love him.
The first thing out of his mouth is, "When? Now? Yes." But I got one last one for you, and then I will leave you to your devices.
Okie doke.
Hello, Dave.
Now you recognize the voice.
Hey.
I wanted to find somebody more than anybody else.
Hello, hello, Dave. I hope the others have been really mean because I'm going to express some rare sincerity. I want to say what an honour it has been to be able to call you my friend for the last few years. Your friendship it means a lot to me. I cherish it. You know how you've been there for me. Okay, so we've worked together twice. Hobbs Barrow and Baldur's Gate 3, and I hope that's not the end. I love your body of work so far, and you get to do TV and stuff. It's very cool. But in terms of video games, you just disappear into these roles, and yeah, you're just incredibly versatile, and I love a versatile actor. And you inspire anybody coming into this industry with life experience, and that's what you need as an actor. If you're watching at home and you're thinking, I'd love to do this, but I'm too old, you're not. The more life experience you have, the more people you've met, the more things you've experienced, the easier this is actually, and you'll do it with a degree of authenticity as well. That's hard to come by. So yeah, love seeing you out here. Yeah, it'd be remiss of me not to share with the world our night in Glasgow. So that's at the start. Towards the end, didn't we have fun? Yeah, and I hope there's more fun to be had, and I want to work with you again, obviously. And hope you're having a great one. Lots of love, big man.
Oh, mwah. I love Sam to bits. Absolutely love Sam.
20-sided dice, and Devora Wild is also doing 20-sided dice. And when it's going to be your turn, got to do the 20-sided dice thing in New York.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it will happen at some point potentially. I mean, I've got two here. Oh, good lord!
Oh, because he's an actual gamer, and you're wearing a gamer shirt, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. This is this was from again. This was EGX, but this was for the pandemic. It's dangerous out there. Take this with the little potion. So yeah, I've got a couple of multi-side 20. I've got a couple of D20s there, just purely for in here.
Well, you got to bring in Dave Jones, which is
Absolutely. Well,
this has been the Aunty Sochelle Hour-ish, and this amazing, wonderful Mr. Dave Jones, who I am honored to have spoken with today. And hopefully you were amazed by your fans. The three especially were, I think the letters were beautiful, but the
they were.
Sam was funny because I had emailed her at 10 p.m. and by 7 a.m. there was already a video in my box. So,
oh my word!
Not my personal box, my mailbox.
Yeah.
Better than I am, but
Honestly, this has been an absolute blast. Thank you so much for having me. It's basically it's reminded me that I should actually get out there and do more stuff like this because I've had such a whale of a time. Thank you so much.
I am so glad that I got to talk to you. And again, please reach out to me anytime you want to do another interview or you want to announce something or anytime.
Cool.
Always.
Yeah.
And I will link your website to our website so people can access you if you want me to.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
I'm gonna t-shirt, so I will let you know when they're ready, and then you can tell me where to send it to.
Oh, fabulous! Thank you so much. Well, again, like I'm hoping that I'll be near you in the States at some point as well, and we can just like grab a bite to eat and stuff. Because that'd be amazing.
Be fun. I'm so glad to talk to you. And happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy yourself. Be sure to drink as much as you can.
I've got to go and like pick my wife up from bingo, so I'm not going to do that. It's like I'll probably I'll wait until I'm back and make sure I put my keys in the drawer, and then I'll be safe and have a little bit of a dram.
Yeah, go on, you do that. Then.
Go on.
Can you tell my grandpa was from Cork and my grandma was from Donegal? So just fight all the time, but we're gonna have a little. We'll be fine.
Awesome.
All right, Dave, I will let you go, and thank you. This is going up April 2nd, and I will send you the link as soon as it's up.
Fabulous. Thank you so much again.
And if you want to preview it first, and then you'll have a copy of it
Oh no, honestly, I trust you. You're ace.
Well, you're lucky.
Thank you again so much. This has been fabulous, and yeah, and getting the guys to like do their bits as well. That's special and it's funny.
I'm glad. Yeah, be sure to make sure I paid for that cameo. And like, you didn't get paid, but they did. What the hell?
Fabulous. Thank you again. Thank you so much. This has been excellent. And have a wonderful week.
All right, you too. Be good or be good at it.
I'll damn well try. You too.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.